Okay, boom. I'm back. All right, this is where I left off. Today we're gonna be reading. We're gonna be reading the stuff from blot and inkblot. That's my blog. So today we're gonna be reading some of this stuff that I wrote down, some of the topics from like some of the journal entries, and is this why people be waiting for like for their viewers to come in and be like, for them when they go live and shit, they be waiting for the viewers and they have that little screen. This is why, because you can't just be talking about what you're gonna do and people's not seeing, but people's gonna see. But whatever, right? Was it like lack of the last topic we talked about was lack of real world emotion from shutting myself in a box. Pretty deep. So I already talked about that. So basically this next one is opening up being the worst fate. Oh yeah, I was on some poetic shit and I was like, the worst fate I could undergo was like opening up, because like I don't know, bro, like I was just mad, like anti-social, like, yo, doing these like helps me like think about this stuff, like when I would rather, like when I wouldn't, why would I normally do that? But whatever, right? So opening up being the worst fate. I was like really like antisocial. I still am kind of a little bit now, but like that was just the worst fate, because like, bro, like because, you know, like if you're an introvert, like, you know, you don't want to open up to people because it's like weird, and it's like, especially if you're in this generation, it's like opening up is weird as hell. Like why am I opening up and like doing all that stuff or whatever, and like letting you see like the real me and stuff, like that's weird and creepy. And like it's just like vulnerable, so I didn't want to do that like kind of thing. And like, so yeah, I was never really like into that, but more than like it just being weird, it was like it would be like detrimental, because I thought I had like a really like traumatizing past or whatever, like really bad past and things like that. And like it was just something that's like, bro, like that just weighed heavily on me. So it was just like I never wanted to do it, but I guess I'm doing it now with like streaming and stuff. But like, yeah, I never wanted to do that kind of stuff. So it was like weird. And go read the blog. It's everything's in the description. It's brofibroke .substack.com, and my new one is superoracle .substack.com. Yeah. So yeah, who wants to open up, right? It's weird. Anticipation to blow up. The next one is anticipation to blow up in grandiose style. I'm gonna be like a famous kabillionaire, and like just anticipation like to do that is like, you know what I mean? It's like big, cause of like what it was in my head. Like you always see yourself as like super grandiose in your head, and like you're at the top of the pyramid, you're at the top of the world, right? Like I don't know, bro, like anticipating that and like getting there, and it's like you always anticipate that, and like when you get there it's like hard to maintain it, so people like, you know, people get like anxious about that kind of thing. And that was me. It's like, bro, I like when I first started the blog and people were like sort of interested in like, oh, what's this is kind of new, it's kind of new concept or whatever, like writing your diary entries like as a blog, like, oh yeah, this is kind of, you know, whatever, let's check it out, right? And people were liking it, you know what I mean? And people were like relating, so I was like, damn, like, oh, anticipation to blow up, like, oh, if I blow up, like da da da, like everything's gonna be everywhere, like my personality is gonna be all on the YouTube and like on the screen and stuff like that. So, you know, I was just anticipating that, but in grandiose style, so it's like sparklers and shit like that. So yeah, yeah, that's what that means. Do I still feel like that now? Nah, right now I just rock out. Feel me? I just rock out. Yeah. The next one is love and trust being the only thing that can break me free of my binds. Damn. Bro. Shoot. Um, love and trust being the only things that break me. Yeah, but they're the things I avoided. So it's like I was writing that and while thinking like, yeah, but these are the. It kind of leads into like that entire entry. You'll probably find these quotes somewhere, these ideas somewhere if you like read these entries and stuff like that, like because they're following it's going right, it's following the list. Um, but yeah, love and trust being the only things that can break me free of my bind. So my binds, I guess, would be just like the antisocial behavior, like not wanting to see people, like being closed in, being like sheltered. You know what I mean? So like um yeah, like just genuine love, which I've found since I've written about this kind of thing, and like I found, you know what I mean. I found it in different people and everything like that, and it's been good. It's like healing. But every time I link up with those people, I always talk about like the healing aspect, that we don't just get to like bullshit. You know what I mean? Like get along with each other and like get on and stuff like that. So it's like, but that stuff is like really healing. Like I figure healed. I'm gonna be using mad streamer lingo now, which is just regular lingo because they really shaping the culture and shit like that. But like, um, yeah, love and trust, like that's like what everybody needs. You know what I mean? And it's like I figured that out more this year now than ever with the whole S thing, going through that, and like the almost S thing, and like yeah, so it's like I had a lot of people around me support me, and like even though a lot of people didn't know about that, like shoot, like like I really felt that at the end of this year and stuff like that. And so the binds would just be like, just the binds would just be like, things that were weighing me down, holding me down and stuff like that. This topic is love and trust being the only things that can break me free of my binds. Um, I did like two before this, right? So uh, yeah. So the binds would just be like the ones I put on myself, which is just like weighing myself down, not, um, not, you know what I mean? Like taking things for granted, but I don't think it's taking relationships and people for granted, because like I did that a lot, and it's like I have a lot of people who love me and stuff like that. So it's like I kind of avoided love, because for me it only ever brought like hardship and stuff like that, and like I don't know, like good times too, but like I think as humans we focus on the hardships, but like besides that, like it only for me ever brought like disappointment and stuff like that, because people let me down a lot. So it's just like the way I work and the way I think a lot of people work is like we follow patterns. So it's like happens once, cool, happens twice, three times, it's like all right, like how do I work around this, and how do I shift this thing to never have to deal with this again. And what that was just like avoiding love and like avoiding like genuine connection with people. And like I realized I can't do that because not everyone's like that. You know what I mean? Like some people are looking for the same things I'm looking for. So to like just disregard their kind of love for me, that would just be like a dickhead, like bad thing to do to them. And like I would just be perpetuating the same kind of like thing. Well, I didn't, it's not that I didn't like when people like disregarded, well no, I did not like when people disregarded me. um yeah, so it's like I'd be perpetuating the same thing. And like so it's just, you need love, bro. You need it whether you like it or not, whether you love it or not, you need it. And yeah, and trust, and you need to be able to trust people and stuff like that, because I have a lot of people that I love, but maybe I don't trust them enough with like how I feel about things, because I feel like not that they'll take advantage of it, but like that they just won't care how I care. But I have to realize that I just haven't found my exact tribe yet, because like, but I have in some respects, because a lot of the people I know care how I care. So I have to just, stop like being in my turtle shell and like break out and stuff like that. So it's like love and trust will be the only things that can free me of these binds. Okay, so the next one is to say, and by the way, this probably ain't gonna be no 30 minutes, John, because these, I'm running through these pretty quickly, and I didn't write any more down and whatnot, but like I wrote down in my 2024 2026 planner that I got in the middle of the year or something like that. That I wrote down my schedule that I'm gonna be doing stuff. So like I have to upload shorts and stuff to my YouTube, but like I wrote down in my like planner what I'm gonna be doing and stuff. So I'll be writing a few more of the topics and stuff. I kind of just been winging shit. I kind of just been winging it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. To save myself, the next topic is to save myself heartache. I've pushed these things away. Oh, so that's like a compounding topic of the previous one, which is just like love and trust, right? So it's like, yeah, well, I basically talked about that. Like, to save myself heartache, I pushed those things away. So maybe I'll talk about what I'm trying to do, like, with that moving forward, which would be like not push them away, like talk to people. I texted a few people like Happy New Year, a few of my friends, and like they all responded and stuff like that. So I don't know how some of them feel about me, but I know they still love me. But like, it's not love if like I don't really like, I have to like show it. And like for me, like a couple years isn't a long time because like I'm always just in my own head doing my own thing, on to the next thing, thinking about things, like ADHD flying, like I'm just on to the next thing, like getting bored of this thing, going on to the next thing, you know what I mean? And like things are happening so rapidly in my head that it's just like I'm always in the now. It's never like even when I'm thinking about the future or the past, like I'm always in this right now moment. So it's like to I don't know, to like share that with someone or not even share with someone. Like whenever I go out, I feel like I'm just losing that kind of like progress I made while thinking about like all the things I think about. But a lot of those things I think about kind of weigh me down and stuff like that, and like so I don't make any progress anyway. And so like I don't know, the more thoughts I have, like my head and thoughts racing, I'll be feeling like, oh, like that's progress, because like I'm moving further in my thought process about like my life and like where I want it to go and things of that nature and stuff like that. But some of it holds me back a lot of the times and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, you got to get out and like see people and stuff like that, and like share with them your experiences and whatnot, or my experience, or I have to do that. You know what I mean? Like you probably do that. You probably, I don't know. But yeah. So the next one is, these are all in line with the same thing because they all come from the same entry. I think some of them come from, these were like smaller entries though. So like this one is probably just mad, like compact, deep shit and like a little bit of writing. But the next one is, I can't avoid reality and expect the most from it. Yeah, like can't avoid reality and expect the most from it. Like you want the fruits of your labor, but if you don't put any labor in, which the labor would be like making genuine connections and like, you know what I mean, like cheering other people on besides it being online and like you posting their stuff, like actually going to their events. Like I remember I went to my friend's fashion event. I wore a red glove. I don't know what else I had on, but that was a staple piece. People seemed to like it. The magician there called me out specifically because I had that on, so I was like in some shit. So he was like, "Oh yeah, like this would be a good candidate for this joke or whatever, or like this magic trick that I'm doing." I think it was a comedian or a magician, whichever one's. Like he has some acts in the middle of the show, so he really planned. Like he's a curator. Like he really plans his fashion shows. So it's like pretty sick. His brand is called Nombre Garments, which that's sick too. All my friends are in fashion, bro. All my friends. I was just watching Frugal Aesthetic. Like all my friends be doing that shit. And I went to his website, Frugal's website. I don't know his real name. Like, yeah, I used to watch him, but then I just started watching him again. But so I'm not sure of his real name. But like his website, bro, like so sick, so sick. You could tell like the care and stuff like that he put into it. And like you could also tell when like someone is a fan, like first rather than a fashion journalist, which he is also, because like bro, like he understands like how to put the website together. Like it's so cool, like it's fashionable, it's stylistic. Like he understands that it's not just fashion or, you know, things looking cool. It's design. It's how things are designed. Like that's why I fell in love with interior design. But like because design is the future, because I feel like we already made all the things we can make anyway, and so like how we design them and how we put them together, like that's what'll bring us into the forefront of the future. So like and you want to start with the cave. You want to start with the modern day cave, which is the house. So it's like that's why I'm so into interior design and stuff like that. But yeah, I have to read up more about that too, interior design and stuff like and that. But yeah, so I can't avoid like the outside world. I need to touch grass and stuff like that. Um, I can't avoid reality. So the reality is you need people. So I can't avoid people. So I might as well just have a group of all the people that are the coolest in the world, which is all my friends anyway, and just hang out with them and like get inspiration from them because they're super cool. So I have to stop being super lame and not hanging out with anyone because I think I'm. It's not even that I think I'm like mysterious. Like I would love it for it to be that because then I would pop out sometimes. But it's like I just be in my head a lot of the times and thinking about shit. And it's not even thinking about the social interaction. It's like thinking about things in outer space and whatnot, and then it's like then I come down to earth sometimes, and then in those times I come down to earth I just like binge eat or something. I don't even like go out, so it's like whatever. It's like crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. And then you stack on the ADHD and like the depression on top of that, and just like, bro, you're in your house, you're in outer space, you come back down to reality, and then once you come down to reality you have the weight and gravity of what was in outer space. This is a good analogy because like the whole space and gravity thing, but you have the weight and gravity of whatever is in the ethos or whatever that you were thinking about that is so like abstract and stuff like that, weighing you down as you're coming down to earth. So it's like you come down but you're so compact and you're like, you feel me, like you're constricted and you can't even like be free and like go and see people and stuff. So just got to get out of that mindset. And yeah, yeah. So the next topic is, it makes me sad to not be able to trust people. For a long while I didn't think I could trust people, and that made me really sad. I don't feel that way now. I feel like I can trust some people, like, but you don't have to trust people with everything. And that was my thing back then. Like I thought I had to like be super in detail and in depth about how I felt about everything, like how I am in my blog and how I am on stream right now and talking and stuff like that when I talk. But that was just like, you have to like cover every detail. I had a friend who said this, who was just like, he said, bro, after I got done doing my rambling or whatever the one day to him, he was like, yeah, sometimes I just gotta let bro talk, because like I came to a conclusion that he was thinking about the whole time I was doing my rambling, but I had to get through a bunch of different points and connect them to like get to that singular point. He was just like, wait, this whole time you're talking about this and that, and like why'd you bring that up? And I was like, and he was like, yeah, sometimes I just gotta, and he was like, yes, at the end of it he was like, yes, but like he's me at the destination already, you know what I mean, and I have to get there. And he's like, kind of lives like a faster life, but by design. So it's not like, oh yeah, this is like, oh, this is what it has to be. It's like by design, you know what I mean? So yeah, he's in MMA, not professionally, but like he trains, so like he might be in a professional fights and stuff soon. I don't know, because I can't get onto Instagram to, well, I could just text him. See, that's my thing, like that's my problem, like but like that is my problem. But it is my problem. Yeah, so I can't trust people, so I don't really feel like that anymore. So let me check these off as I'm doing them. I don't really feel like I can't trust people anymore because I feel like I can. You know what I mean? I feel like I have good people around me, and I just need to be a good person towards them. That's the theme of this like stream, but it's like they're all coming from a journal entry, so it's like that was the theme of that journal entry. So it's like, of course, it would all like be in line and like flow, which I like. So that's cool. I'm lost in a subtle fog. That was some poetic stuff. I'm lost in a subtle fog, and I guess the next one ties into it, which is like, I pollute the smog each time I pull back from endearment, which just means that like what I was talking about like being condensed and like coming down to earth, but having all those things, weigh me down and weigh my like thought process down and everything like that. Like it's a smog that I create, and I was just lost in it, because if you don't go outside, you never get like other perspectives. And and then you can never like, it's like a guiding light or a flashing light from other people. Like once they say something and it clicks for you in a different way that you wouldn't have thought about it. But I used to think I was the center of the universe, and like everything I said, oh, I'm so special because of how I like convey my emotions and my thoughts. It was like, oh, nobody else could ever tell me something about me that I wouldn't already know or haven't already considered. But it's like, yes, they probably can, because they probably thought about themselves or considered themselves in a different way that you haven't. And since we're all the same in some way or another, or some form or shape or another, and even if we're not, your friends, at least the people who you relate to, who you call your friends, like who you've made an effort to be friends with, like they have something within them that's the same as what you have in you, if even just a tiny bit. So it's like they could say something or have come to a conclusion about themselves that have developed and evolved their lives, and you might be looking for that insight, but you haven't found it because you're not them. So that's why you need like your own tribe, you need your own people, you need friends, you need people, you know what I mean? So yeah. So every time I pull back from endearment, every time I pull back from not going out to get that drink, even though I think it's trivial, but it's like just having the drink is trivial, but the moment spent with the people that you're drinking with is super duper valuable. So more valuable than like the stars and like the the universe, the stars, more valuable than anything in the world, right? So yeah, so I can't pull back from endearment. I have to embrace it, which which sounds like super like Disney Channel, but at the end of the day, it's good because I already experienced what the other side of that could be when, I almost, committed this year. Like, not the good, like, almost committed us this year. So, yeah, so, I already know the other side of what not moving toward endearment does. So I kind of want to move towards it now. So it's like I just have to learn how to ride a bike with the training wheels on. I have to go to the bar. Oh my god. I don't have to do that, right? I could do anything. I could just an activity. Like my friend invited me with my other friend who are a bunch of artists to like draw and stuff like that and like create and stuff. So I could do that. I could do anything. We could do anything, right? I'm gonna start a book club, do anything, right? So it doesn't have to be the bar, but it's like a lot of my friends go to the bar. Oh my god, bro, the bar, gross. It's not like I can stop being friends with them because I can, but it's like it's not the reason I'm friends with them because of the bar thing. We're friends for different reasons, but they hang out at the bar sometimes. So it's like the bar, right? We could go bowling or something too, but other people. Oh my god! See, I need to get over this. Oh my god, bro. Other people. Fuck. I wish the other way, like being isolated, didn't lead to like wanting to like do bad things to yourself, but like it does in my case. So it's like I have to go the other way. I have to be Luke Skywalker. I can't be Darth Vader. I can't be Darth Vader. Really, I can't. Okay. The next topic is people who mean well pushed aside without a second thought. Same thing. People who mean well a lot get disregarded by me because I just disregard myself. And then since I see something in myself that I see in them, and otherwise I wouldn't be friends with them, I push them away the same way I push away myself sometimes. Which means that just like, not that I disregard how I feel, but like I just like avoid my emotions, my real ones sometimes, and like whatever quality they exude, whether it's their like whatever their social aptitude to like say what they mean loud and proudly. That's probably something that was like deterred in my own self, and so like I pushed that away the same way I push away me not being that social since it was deterred. So it's like I don't think it's a good thing to do or be or like say or have or whatever the case. And so I push people aside a lot, which is like without a second thought, which is really bad because like what about how they feel? So I'm gonna try to like not do that. yeah. The next topic is I need to watch movies to believe in humanity again because real life ain't it. See, like this is growth because I'm realizing that. Let me cross these off. Because I'm realizing that real life is it and touching grass is it. So I need to do it instead of not doing it. And hey, this is gonna be 30 minutes. Word. It's 25 minutes right now. And maybe not. Maybe it won't be 30 minutes because I have one more topic after this. But like it's there. 25, 30. We could do that, right? Yeah. So I need to watch movies to believe in humanity again. Because real life ain't it. Real life is it. And I just need to find it within real life. I just need to find that special patch of grass, and then I'll touch it. I just need to find this special, and I'll touch it, and I just need to start believing in other people. I have one of my diaries, like one of my journals, on the back. It says "Believe in other people's dreams too," which they're all conveniently right here. I think it's this one. This one says on the back, some things words just can't explain, which was like a reminder to myself because I write a lot to express emotion. So it's like sometimes you have to experience things. Some things words just can't explain. And on the front it says believe in other people's dreams too. So I have to believe in other people's depth too. I think it's Sonder, which means that the word Sonder means that other people are living just as in depth of a life as you. So you can't walk around thinking what everybody in Gen Z thinks, which is like you're the main character, which you can walk around thinking about. That's like good energy to have. It makes you pursue your goals more, like pursue your goals greater and like with more vigor. But other people are pursuing that goal just as energetically as you, if not more. So you can't write them off just because you think that you're it, because they're really it, and the world sees them for being it more than it sees you for being it. So you gotta, simmer down, play the game like everybody else is playing the game, but not like everybody else is playing the game, but like you gotta play it just like how everybody else is playing it, and then level up how you level up. You know what I mean? So real life is it. Real life is it. But movies are cool too. Like, for example, I saw what's the movie? My memory's shot. For example, I saw Marty Supreme recently, which that movie was it, and Marty Reisman is it. Like he's him. So yeah. And then the next one is the last one for this batch is. Dang, 30 minutes right on cue. Like I have 2 minutes. Dang. Yeah, so the last one is I'll find my way back to a calling worthy of my dormant ambition. So my dormant ambition is all the thoughts I was having but not knowing what to do with them. Like all my artistic endeavors that I wanted to pursue but not knowing how to culminize them into like a single entity or passion, which I've now found. Like I found all that stuff. Like one is story, so I'm working on writing a story and developing a story, and 2 is interior design, because I feel like interior design incorporates all the art forms that I was into one thing, whether it's like videography, photography, drawing, painting, making videos. Well, I already said that. Music. I think the one it didn't incorporate was music, and I remember writing about this, but like, so not music, but makes those, it's tangible, so like it's not just a 3D drawing or whatever. It makes those ideas come to life physically. And so basically drawing, videography and stuff like that, and art, which is like all my passions. So like it like incorporates all of them into one thing, and it's like a tangible, feasible thing, and it's like it solves a problem that I've always had, which is like I've always lived in shitty apartments, and like I wanted to know how to like create something from the ground up. So which isn't like interior design, but like it sort of is, like, because it gets into architecture a little bit. So yeah, so but you can take it a bunch of different ways. Like I want to get into architecture too, so I'll find my way back to a calling. Yeah, so I think all those callings are worthy of like my ambition that I was keeping dormant at that time, which was just like all the things I loved but didn't know how to incorporate into like a profession, or even not just a profession but just like into one art form, which the art form is storytelling and the art form is interior design. So yeah, that's it. Feel me? I have to. Well, I wrote down in the planner what I'm gonna be doing, so I'm gonna have more topics and stuff like that next time. And I'm glad that I wrote all these in the journals and stuff because I have like a lot of ammo to work with. And you see, these aren't just all trivial and they're like super personalized. You know what I mean? And like I like that. I like that. So we gonna keep the ball rolling. Every time I get super bored on like YouTube and stuff like that, I just realize like, hey, all these guys are doing stuff too. So let me just do something too. Like I went on Frugal Aesthetics website. I forget what it's called, but I went on his clothing brand's website, and I'm like, I have a friend trying to make a clothing website, and I think he already made it. I'm just not keeping up with him because I'm keeping up with other people, and I'm like, I have people doing this stuff, like real people are doing this stuff too around me. So it's like, I need to lock in. I need to lock in, not just like for my content and stuff, doing stuff, but like just like people around me and like everything. So because the world ain't gonna slow down for me. You know what I mean? I have to speed up. So yeah. So cool. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for chilling for these 30 minutes and stuff like that. Chilling for 30 minutes is cool. You know what I mean? Just rocking out. So I'll be back with more stuff. Like I want to say tomorrow. My shifts at work are gonna be in the morning. So the schedule planning and stuff will probably change, which I don't have a schedule planning right now. I just do this when I get bored, but it's super meaningful. So it's like a thing every time, and like I'm lucky getting used to like talking a little bit more. So it's like I think that's lit. But other than that, I'll see y'all next time. You next time, even though I got 3 followers, but you be tuning in. Okay, cool. Deuces. No, peace. Deuces.